everyone, welcome back. Ready to dive into the world of noise-canceling headphones.
It's a jungle out there.
It really is. So many choices, so many features. It can be tough to know where to even start.
That's why we're here, to help you cut through the noise, so to speak.
Exactly. And we've got a ton of great info to share with you today, all based on the latest tech reviews and comparisons.
We've sifted through it all, so you don't have to.
Okay, so first up, we got to talk about the Sony WH-1000XM4s.
A classic for a reason.
Right. They consistently top those best of lists, and for good reason. The reviews rave about their balanced sound and that powerful noise cancellation.
And they've gotten even more tempting now that the price has dropped.
True. Speaking of tempting, I actually got to try these out with Janelle Monáe's Make Me Feel. And let me tell you, the ANC really makes those bass lines hit different.
That's the beauty of good noise cancellation. It's not just about blocking out the world. It's about enhancing what you want to hear.
So how does it even work? I mean, it seems kind of magical.
It's actually pretty clever engineering. These headphones have tiny microphones that pick up the ambient noise around you.
Okay.
And then they generate these opposing sound waves that basically cancel out the unwanted noise.
Oh, that's wild. So it's like they're fighting noise with noise.
Exactly. And the more advanced the headphones, the better they are at targeting those specific frequencies that tend to be the most distracting.
That's incredible. But here's the thing. Sony just released the XM5, so are the XM4s still worth it?
That's the million-dollar question. And honestly, it really depends on what you're looking for. The XM5s do offer some upgrades, particularly with their noise cancellation and the microphone. But that comes with a higher price tag.
Right, there's always a trade-off.
Exactly. The XM4s still deliver incredible value, especially if you can snag them on sale.
Gotcha. So what if those Sonys are still a little out of your price range?
Well, in that case, you might want to check out the OneMore Sonaflows. These headphones are kind of a hidden gem. They deliver seriously impressive performance for under $100.
Seriously, under $100.
You heard that right. Reviewers are blown away by how effective their noise cancellation is at that price point.
Okay, I'm sold. What's the catch?
Well, like with anything, there are always trade-offs. You might not get the absolute most premium materials or the absolute widest range of features.
That makes sense. But still, for under $100, that's incredible, especially if the noise cancellation is as good as you say it is.
Oh, it's good. And on top of that, they boast a whopping 70-hour battery life.
70 hours? You're kidding. That's like almost a whole week of listening without needing a recharge.
Exactly. Imagine the freedom. Long flights, marathon work sessions, you name it. These headphones can handle it.
That's insane. Okay, so we've got the Sonys, both the premium and the more budget-friendly option.
And don't forget the OneMores.
Right, of course. But what if your top priority is pure blissful silence?
If you're looking to completely shut out the world and disappear into your own little audio bubble.
Like if you were going to build a noise-canceling pillow fort, but for your ears.
Exactly. Then you've got to check out the Bose QuietComfort Ultras. These headphones are laser-focused on noise cancellation above all else.
And how do they stack up?
They're in a league of their own, really.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to blocking out those lower frequencies that can be really tough to get rid of. You know, like the rumble of an engine or the roar of a crowded space.
Oh, yeah, those low-frequency sounds can be the worst. They just kind of seep into your bones.
Exactly. But the Bose QuietComfort Ultras, they tackle those frequencies head-on.
Impressive. So they're like the kings and queens of quiet.
You could say that. But what's even more impressive is that they've managed to achieve this incredible level of noise cancellation without sacrificing sound quality.
Because let's be real, sometimes with noise cancellation, you lose a bit of that richness and depth in the music.
Absolutely. But not with these. One reviewer even went so far as to call the sound quality electrifying.
Electrifying, huh? Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
They've somehow managed to refine their ANC technology to the point where it practically eliminates those weird sonic artifacts that you sometimes get with noise cancellation.
Oh yeah, those little hisses or pops that can be kind of distracting.
Exactly. But with the Bose QuietComfort Ultras, it's just pure, clean, natural sound.
Oh, color me impressed. Okay, so for those who prioritize silence above all else, the Bose QuietComfort Ultras are the way to go.
They're definitely a strong contender.
But we've only just scratched the surface. We've got a lot more headphones to cover, folks, including the battery life champions, the Sony WH-1000XM4s.
These things are unbelievable. They can last for up to 100 hours on a single charge.
100 hours? I can barely remember to charge my phone every day.
Right. It's insane. And that's not even with the ANC turned on. If you do have noise canceling enabled, you're still looking at a very respectable 60 hours of battery life.
Okay, that's still incredibly impressive. We'll be right back after a quick break to unpack even more awesome headphones. And we're back. All right, so those Sony WH-CH720Ns clocking in at 100 hours of battery life.
It's almost like they forgot to put the low battery warning in those things.
Right, like you'd almost forget what the charging case looks like. But in all seriousness, that kind of battery life is a game changer for a lot of people.
Absolutely, especially for frequent travelers or anyone who's constantly on the go. Speaking of which, that brings up a really important point. How you prioritize features like battery life, noise cancellation, sound quality. It all comes down to how you use your headphones.
So true. Like, are you usually in a super chaotic environment where blocking out noise is your main mission?
Or are you more focused on sound quality? Maybe you're a bit of an audiophile, savoring every detail of your favorite tracks.
Or maybe you're rocking out on a budget and need to make sure you're getting the most bang for your buck.
Whatever your jam is, there's a pair of headphones out there for you.
For sure. Okay, so let's say you're all about that audiophile life. You're looking for headphones that deliver a listening experience so crisp and clear, it's like the musicians are right there in the room with you.
In that case, you gotta check out the Cambridge Audio Melamania P100s. These headphones are designed with music lovers in mind.
Okay, so what makes them so special?
Well, for starters, they use these larger dynamic drivers compared to a lot of other headphones on the market.
Dynamic drivers. Now, that's something I've always been a little fuzzy on. What's the deal with those?
Basically, they're the heart of the headphone, the part that actually produces the sound. And the larger the driver, the more air it can move.
Ah, okay. So it's like having a bigger speaker, in a way.
Exactly. And that translates to a wider soundstage, more detail, more nuance in the music. It's kind of like the difference between listening to a band play in a small club versus a concert hall.
Okay, I get it. So bigger drivers, bigger sound. But the reviews I've read about the Melamania P100s, they all say the ANC isn't their strongest feature.
And that's a perfect example of the trade-offs we were just talking about. You're getting exceptional sound quality, but the noise cancellation might not be as powerful as some of the other headphones we've mentioned.
It's all about finding that balance, right? Knowing what you're willing to compromise on.
Exactly. Now, on the flip side, if you're all about that Apple life,
Gotta have that Apple aesthetic.
then you might be eyeing those AirPods Max.
Sleek, stylish, undeniably Apple.
And for those of you already deep in the Apple ecosystem,
Mm.
they offer that seamless integration, that it just works magic that Apple is known for.
Plus, those spatial audio capabilities.
Right.
Pretty mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah. They've really upped the ante on that front. It creates this incredibly immersive listening experience, almost like you're in a movie theater or a concert hall.
But, and this is a big but, they come with a pretty hefty price tag.
That they do. And it's important to keep in mind that some of those standout features, like spatial audio, they only work when you're using them with compatible Apple devices and content.
Good point. So if you're not fully immersed in the Apple ecosystem, they might not be the best investment.
Exactly. Now, if you want to talk about an investment, let's talk about the focal bathies. These headphones are for the true audiophile, the listener who demands the absolute highest quality sound, no compromises.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What makes them so special?
Focal has a long and storied history of creating some of the best high-end audio equipment in the world, and the bathies are no exception.
But high-end often means high price, right?
You know it. But hey, if you're serious about your audio, these headphones are worth every penny.
So they're like the Rolls-Royce of headphones.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But, as you might expect, that dedication to pure audio fidelity.
Means something had to give.
Yep. The active noise cancellation, while decent, it's not really their main selling point.
So maybe not the best choice for a noisy commute or a crowded coffee shop.
Probably not. But for dedicated listening session at home, where you can really appreciate those sonic nuances, chef's kiss. Perfection.
I love that. Creating that perfect little audio sanctuary.
Exactly. And that brings us to another super important factor when choosing headphones. Where will you be using them the most?
Right, because a pair that's perfect for the office might not cut it on a plane.
Exactly. You've got to consider your environment, your needs, your priorities.
So let's say you're all about that balance. You want great sound quality, solid noise cancellation, and you don't want to break the bank.
Well, in that case, you've got some fantastic options. For a good all-rounder, you can't go wrong with the Sennheiser Momentum 4 Wireless. They've got a reputation for delivering on all fronts.
Sennheiser's a name you can trust.
Absolutely. Great sound, reliable noise cancellation, and they won't let you down in the battery life department either. We're talking up to 50 hours of playtime.
Not too shabby at all. Okay, so what about those who love their headphones as much as they love their gadgets?
For the tech-savvy listener, we've got to mention the Sonos Ace.
Okay, those are the ones that really shine when it comes to spatial audio.
You got it. Especially if you're already plugged into the Sonos ecosystem. When you pair them with a Sonos soundbar, it's a whole different ballgame.
It's like bringing the cinema experience home.
Exactly. But while the ANC on the Sonos Ace is good, it's not their main selling point. They're all about that immersive audio experience.
So lots of great options for different needs and budgets.
Absolutely. We've thrown a lot at you, but hopefully this has given you a better sense of what's out there.
And how to figure out which pair is right for you. We'll be right back after a quick break to talk about how to avoid buyer's remorse and make sure you choose headphones you'll actually love.
And we are back, ready to talk about sealing the deal and finding the perfect pair of noise-canceling headphones.
Let's do it.
All right, so you've heard about all these amazing options, you've considered your priorities, you're maybe even browsing some online stores as we speak.
But before you hit that Add to Cart button, there are a few more things to keep in mind.
Okay, give us the inside scoop. How do we avoid buyer's remorse? First and foremost, always check for sales and deals.
Oh yeah, gotta love a good discount.
Right. Noise-canceling headphones are often marked down, especially around holidays or big shopping events.
True. So a little patience can save you a lot of cash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't base your decisions solely on what we've talked about today.
Right, do your homework.
That's right. Read those in-depth reviews from reputable sources, check out comparison videos, see what other users are saying.
Get the full picture.
Precisely. And if you have the opportunity, try to visit a store and try on different models.
Yeah, nothing beats actually feeling how they fit on your head.
Exactly. What feels comfortable on one person might feel totally different on another.
Comfort is key, especially if you're planning on wearing them for long periods of time.
Couldn't agree more. Now, here's another crucial factor that a lot of people overlook. Codec support.
Codec support. Okay, break that down for us. What is that?
Basically, codecs are how audio is transmitted from your device, like your phone or laptop, to your headphones. Think of them like languages.
Okay.
And higher quality codecs like LDX or aptX, they allow for higher resolution audio streaming. So you're getting more detail, more nuance in the music.
So it's like the difference between, I don't know, watching a movie in standard definition versus high definition.
Exactly. But here's the catch. Both your headphones and your device need to support the same codec for you to get those benefits.
So it's like having a conversation. If you're speaking French and the other person only understands Spanish.
You're not going to get very far.
Yeah, exactly. So before you click that buy button, do a little research and make sure your devices are speaking the same language.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This has been an incredible deep dive. We've learned about all the latest noise-canceling tech.
Explored the pros and cons of different models.
And maybe even done a little soul-searching about how we listen and connect in a world that's constantly demanding our attention.
It's all about finding that balance, enjoying the peace and quiet when you need it, but also staying present and engaged with the world around you.
Couldn't agree more. So tell us, what are your must-have features in a pair of noise-canceling headphones? What matters most to you?
Share your thoughts and experiences on our website or social media. We'd love to hear from you.
And until next time, happy listening, everyone.